Welcome back, folks. It is a fantastic Friday evening. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast right now as we take a look at those weather headlines. We're looking at kind of a tug-of-war of temperatures. I was talking about it yesterday. I'm going to talk about it tonight. As of earlier this afternoon and well, this evening, we're going to be just a few degrees below what we're typically used to this time of year and what we've been even experiencing earlier this week, but that's not going to last for long. As soon as Sunday rolls around, we are going to push up into those upper 90s and well, those triple digits on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to have calmer winds expected for the weekend, and our air quality is back to fair compared to that poor rating that we were looking at yesterday in terms of that air index. The first thing I kind of want to chat about is tracking that heat, all that heat wave. We'll notice this high pressure ridge is moving very, very further east of us as we get into it this evening. We're still kind of in that yellow, that orange, that red zone, mostly focused around that Four Corners region. But as soon as we push back into Saturday, this high pressure ridge moving in from the west coast, that's going to bring us some more drier airs compared to even what we were looking at last night. And like I said, we're back up in that fair air quality at 40. So we did drop just about 15, 20 points in terms of that air quality. But if you're still sensitive to that air pollution, I would definitely try and stay inside this evening. As we take a look at that radar, we'll notice we're still picking up a little bit of that smoke debris hanging on out, but our humidity content has gone up from those single digits, so should start to kind of spread on out, but we're still really focused on that. And we're also going to chat about that fire potential. Same thing I was saying yesterday in terms of tracking that heat and that high pressure that's going to move on in. Over the Four Corners region is where that heat is going to be more located and higher chance for some severe fire danger. So I want to chat about a little bit of some wildfire safety. Again, I've been chatting about it all week. I'm going to keep mentioning it. Never leave those campfires unattended. Adhere to those burn bans and warnings. Make sure you discard those cigarettes. Keep vehicles off dry vegetation as well as those power tools. And of course, obey orders from local law officials. Tonight, we're going to get down to 61 in Grand Junction, 52 in Montrose, 62 in Moab, and further east, hanging out in those 40s, Gunnison even down at 39 this evening. Those top wind gusts from earlier today, in those single digits, folks, we definitely have had that cool down since our pressure gradient kind of loosened in the last 24 to 48 hours, and that's going to stay with us even as those temperatures increase on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Even though those winds are still mild, our pollen forecast is still looking about the same. Low trees, high grasses, low weeds, and some moderate mold in terms of irritations hanging on out. We'll notice our almanac at 88 degrees today instead of our typical 93 in that low end. Like I said, 57 instead of 61. We're shy by just a couple of degrees compared to what we're typically used to. But as we get into tomorrow, we're going to start rising right back up into those mid-90s and those upper 80s for Montrose. And folks, as we take a look at that dog walking forecast, this is Luna's last day hanging out with me. Saturday looks to be pretty beautiful, but those peak temperatures are still going to happen in those afternoon hours. That extended forecast, folks, is going to show us sunny skies expected for the weekend, but Monday and Tuesday triple digits and still pushing to hang out in those upper 90s for the long run once that middle of the work week comes around. Montrose, of course, just about 10 degrees cooler, but as soon as Friday rolls around, 98 is on the way.